The second semi-final of the Johto True Power Tournament is upon us, as two of the strongest trainers in the tournament meet for the first time. Last time we saw the first semi-final match, and what a match it was, as the mysterious Silver took on Elite Four Karen in a match that could only be described as highly strategic. But only one of them will be advancing to the final. Today we'll be witnessing what is bound to be yet another exciting match as Bugsy, the gym leader of Azalea Town, takes on Clair, the gym leader of Blackthorn City. Let's head to the team previews to see how their teams stack up. Bugsy returns with his hyper-competitive mono bug team that has performed surprisingly well in this tournament so far. With walls like Shuckle and Forretress holding his team down, and with some powerful offensive threats, he's gonna really have to utilize both against an opponent like Clair. Clair, on the other hand, returns with her hyper-offense dragon team and is really gonna have to choose her offensive plays carefully against Bugsy. Our producers have given us the green light for this match, so let's get down to the semifinal stadium to see who will be advancing to the finals. And here we go, the second semi-final match. We've got Clair of Blackthorn City versus Bugsy of Azalea Town. Clair starting off with her Garchomp, always a reliable lead from her and very powerful too. Whereas Bugsy's going to go in with the Shuckle this time. A very bulky lead, kind of a terrifying utility Pokemon. This is going to be an interesting start to the battle. Clair is going to stay with the Garchomp and go with the Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock's very valuable against Bugsy's team, of course. Whereas Shuckle is going to go for Stealth Rock of its own. And now to think about it, actually, both Stealth Rocks are going to be key for both players because Clair has a lot of flying types. So very good plays by both sides of the field. Garchomp now going for the Swords Dance. That is going to power up its attack massively. Now a Swords Dance Garchomp can become a big threat for Bugsy's team right away, but the Shuckle going for Toxic right away on the Garchomp. So Bugsy deciding not to switch out. He realizes that, you know what, the Shuckle can take pretty much anything that this Garchomp has, even perhaps after Swords Dance. So gonna go for the Toxic, make sure to wear that Garchomp down, especially if it does power up. It's not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world, that Garchomp, but the Toxic will prove invaluable. And here comes the Yanmega switch from Bugsy. That is going to do huge damage from the Stealth Rocks, though. That's the problem. But the Garchomp going for Earthquake. What a play by Bugsy, switching out into a Pokemon that he knew would be able to be immune to Garchomp's main attack there. And now the Yanmega going for Protect on the second turn, trying to kind of stall out this Garchomp. Great synergy early on here. The Dragon Claw now coming on the Yanmega, not able to attack it at all. And the Poison starting to rack up damage here. But we know that Clair is very, very aggressive with this Garchomp. Kind of sends it out and keeps it in there until it dies. So let's see what happens here. Bugsy's going to switch out yet again. Another switch going into Forretress now. Perhaps trying to tank that Dragon Claw. The stones will do a little bit of damage to Forretress as well, not a whole lot though. And Dragon Claw indeed will be resisted. So Forretress eating that up pretty well. Some great switches here by Bugsy early on. That Garchomp is getting eaten alive by Poison. But now it will be able to go for Earthquake, the Stab Earthquake. Now that is neutral damage. Forretress is in danger here. No, it barely survives on 9 HP and is able to get off the crucial Rapid Spin. What a play there. Forretress surviving just barely on 9 HP from a Swords Dance Garchomp's Stab Earthquake. That is insane. Garchomp surviving the Poison though. So now Bugsy's in a little bit of trouble. He is going to switch out again into the Shuckle. However, Clair would be ill-advised to go for the Earthquake if he did switch into the Yanmega, so yes, she is going to go for the Dragon Claw. Ultimately, the smarter move there and doing a huge amount on Shuckle after that Swords Dance, but the Shuckle will have the Citrus Berry to restore some of its health, and now the Garchomp will go down to Poison. So Garchomp honestly doing a really, really good job as Clair's lead. A very big threat for any Pokemon team, really. But of course, the Garchomp not able to hold it out and get any KOs, but it did a lot of damage on a lot of Pokemon. Now the Gyarados coming out against the Shuckle. Shuckle does not deal with Gyarados well, that is for sure. But Bugsy's going to stay in nonetheless. Going for the Waterfall is the Gyarados, doing a huge amount of damage, but the Shuckle does survive and is able to go for another Toxic, putting another Pokemon on a timer. Now the Gyarados is a bulkier threat than Garchomp, that is for sure. And you want to make sure that Gyarados doesn't Dragon Dance either, because it can get really, really scary at that point. But Bugsy's actually going to switch out here, tank the Waterfall on something else. He's going to go back into the Forretress. It looks like he might just sack the Forretress here. Yeah, Gyarados going for the Waterfall. That will be the end of the Forretress. So Bugsy keeping that Forretress alive to make sure he has something to basically sack, so he can perhaps pick up momentum now. And the Gyarados will get a little bit more poison damage too, so not a bad move. And here comes the Yanmega on Bugsy's side of the field. Now it won't get hurt by any Stealth Rocks, which is good. Now Clair's going to be forced to withdraw, doesn't want to take more poison damage while the Yanmega perhaps protects. and the Kingdra will get hurt by Stealth Rock's Yanmega. Does go for Protect indeed. Ultimately, the smarter play. Bugsy could have predicted that Clair might switch, but if she didn't, that would have been a dangerous position. So the Yanmega getting the guaranteed speed boost here, and now Kingdra versus Yanmega is a very interesting play because, of course, Air Slash could come in on the Kingdra, doing a huge amount of damage. It all depends about the flinch, though. No, Kingdra being able to get off a move, the super effective Ice Beam. Now, Bugsy could not have switched there. That is the problem because Kingdra, of course, does have Stab Hydro Pump, and nothing on Bugsy's team really takes that well. So the Yanmega is going to go down. Kingdra is an absolute beast, that is for sure. But now the Heracross coming out on Bugsy's side of the field. Now, this is a dangerous position. It is going to go for close combat. That might very well take out the Kingdra. Yes, it does. Heracross is an absolute really powerful beast. Now, the problem there was Heracross could have very well predicted the switch and gone for Stone Edge, which would have been a bad position for Clair, so she did not switch there. Probably the safer move. And now her Charizard coming out. That thing is going to get absolutely ravaged by Stealth Rocks, though. But Charizard is a big threat for Bugsy's entire team. He is going to switch out. Doesn't want to take the Stab Flamethrower on the Heracross, the full health Heracross. He's going to set it as Shuckle, which looks like it will be a sack on the Shuckle. Unless Shuckle somehow miraculously survives. No, it is going to go down to that. Shuckle is very bulky, you never know. But Charizard now getting some Life Orb damage here, that is key. And here comes the Beedrill. This thing has been an absolute menace throughout the tournament for every trainer. Because, of course, the Beedrillite will activate. That means we will have Mega Beedrill as a prominent force on the field. And now Beedrill going for the Poison Jab right away. That is going to outspeed and undoubtedly take down the Charizard. Mega Beedrill is a very, very powerful force to be reckoned with. It's going to be interesting to see how Clair decides to deal with this. She will send out the Salamence. Salamence, a good play from her, will get hurt by the Stealth Rocks. But of course it does have Intimidate. But it all depends if it can survive a Poison Jab. After the Intimidate, Bugsy is going to stay in and go for it. Let's see how well the Salamence deals with this. Oh, it does survive. Here comes the Flamethrower from the Salamence. Salamence is a powerful, powerful beast, that is for sure. But the Beedrill surviving. Whoa, that is unexpected. Are you kidding me? Beedrill showing perhaps a little bit of bulk here, surviving a Flamethrower from Salamence and able to take it down. Salamence not able to complete the job. Now all of a sudden, Clair looks to be in a little bit of trouble. She does have the Dragonite, though. Its multi-scale will be broken by Stealth Rocks, but it does have Extreme Speed, which will absolutely devastate the Mega Beedrill. So Bugsy is going to switch out into Scizor here, which will resist. But of course, Clair will, she will have wanted to definitely go for that Extreme Speed just in case Bugsy predicted it and continued to stay in with Beedrill. So that was pretty much a guaranteed trap there for Bugsy. And now going for the Bullet Punch. How much will this do? Oh, it looked to do a little bit over half health on the Dragonite there. Half of its remaining health, that is. So now Earthquake going on the Scizor. Not able to complete the job, doing a good amount of damage though. But now Clair, yes, she's stuck. She has to go into Extreme Speed on the Scizor because the Bullet Punch will take it down. She can't switch, of course. So the Dragonite might go down on this turn. Let's see. Yes, the Scizor, too powerful with its priority move. The Dragonite, of course, Extreme Speed does out-prioritize Bullet Punch, but it's not going to do much on the Scizor. She just had to get some damage, and all of a sudden, she's on her last Pokemon, the Gyarados. The Gyarados will intimidate the Scizor, so the Scizor won't be able to take it out even after that Stealth Rock damage. So we'll have to see. Yes, Bugsy does want to switch here. But into what is the question? The Heracross. Heracross coming out on the field. It will tank pretty much anything, but whoa! Clair going for Dragon Dance. Oh man, she is putting it all on the line here. A very risky play, but she realizes it might be her only path to victory here. Gyarados getting hurt by poison a little bit. Bugsy has 3 Pokemon remaining, 2 of which are really weak. But now the problem with Heracross is, I don't think Waterfall would actually KO it. Clair could hope for maybe the flinch, but her best bet here is to go for the bounce, the 4 times effective bounce actually, on the Heracross. Here it comes. The Heracross does have a Kova Berry, it looks like, but I'm not sure. Gyarados is super powerful after Dragon Dance. Yes, the Heracross will go down. Now Bugsy perhaps switching out of the Scizor to make sure he has that guaranteed priority after the Gyarados is worn down, but that is going to be it. The Gyarados going down to the poison. What a beautifully executed play by Bugsy there towards the end. We know he is a highly analytical mind, perhaps realizing he needed to save that priority move for for the end, when Gyarados would be worn down just in case, and forcing the bounce, the 2-turn attack, to wear down Gyarados from poison on the Heracross. Bugsy taking the match just barely with 2 very weak Pokemon to take the match 2-0 over Clair and move to the Johto True Power Tournament final. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss the next matches. Before we go, I'd like to thank the patrons who are making this tournament possible. If you guys want to help further this series' potential and support it, the link to my Patreon page will be in the description below. That's all for this one. This has been SilphSpectre, and I'll see you guys next time for more True Power.